Have you ever wanted to change but didn't fucking change? Have you ever wanted to improve your life and develop, but you didn't fucking improve your life and develop? The reason it didn't work is because you're operating from your conscious mind. To instill a change, you must reprogram your subconscious mind. Now, if you're inadequate, you have a low intelligence, you're incompetent, you don't even know the difference between the subconscious and conscious, which is the fucking pinnacle of enlightenment. It's the beginning stages of being able to comprehend your own existence to a certain extent. So you have to understand that your behavior is automatic. 90% of your behavior is you're operating from your subconscious mind. So you are an automating machine. So when you read the book Psycho-Cybernetics, they talk about like the information you take the information you feed into your subconscious mind will form into ation. The suffix for ation is action. So you are informing into action through the information that you are feeding your subconscious mind. So when you're a bitch and you're a fucking loser, downing yourself in bottles and drink and smoke and just being an absolute fucking pathetic loser, just remember that you need to reprogram and reshape your mind itself to ensure you don't go down that rabbit hole. Now you have to understand, when you tell yourself you're gonna quit doing this and you're gonna quit doing that and you don't fucking do it, it's because your conscious mind is taking the signals. Imagine your conscious mind as an antenna. Your mind is taking in signals from your subconscious to go out into the world and keep polluting yourself like you have been. So to not do that, you need to sit down, quiet your mind for 10 to 15 minutes, and then you need to affirm to yourself you're not a low, inadequate, self-debilitating primate that only has the one mission, an omission, and that omission is to destroy himself, passively kill himself, and drown himself in his own sorrows for being a weak, incompetent piece of shit. So let's get real. Like, y'all be folding under adversity, and that's who you really are. So when we talk about circumstance reveals the man, and you could either succumb to your circumstance or overcome and stand up front and face your circumstance like a real fucking man. If you're not doing that, use a bitch, use a baditch, use everything under that category. And looky, you need to understand that the power is within you, and if you truly will it, you will do it, you will overcome it. But your lack of faith, your lack of integrity, your lack of hope, your lack of being a fucking man in existence as a primordial creature, you have the natural inclination to overcome your fucking poverty. You have the natural inclination, you have a direct respawn ability to go out and fucking overcome your situation. So since you're not doing that, you're going to remain an inferior specimen, not because I said it. Superior, inferior, both conduct. It's conduit. How do you conduct yourself? How do you operate? Do you develop? Do you grow like a plant? Are you actively accruing value as time protrudes its will into yours, creating this phenomena? Or are you just gonna stay that low-level bitch that nobody respects? No one respects you. You should be mad about that shit. You should go out, you should do some push-ups, you should sit down and clear your mind 10 to 15 minutes, and then you should affirm to yourself that you're not that bitch. And you should be saying, I am the man. I am going to overcome. I am going to do what I need to do to become a better individual. And I am going to be valuable. I am going to provide. I am going to be that person that everyone needs. I'm going to be the individual I always needed to become because I didn't have that individual. So now I have 10x motivation to fucking Kaioken Super Saiyan my fucking life and help so many individuals solve their problems so they don't have to go through the same shit I went through. And if you're going through some real adversity, remember, you can always create a story. You can say, I went through this and I went through that, and guess what I overcame? Or you could remain the inferior specimen of what not to be to the ones that know, and you could stay in shame and stay that low level, inadequate, retard, piece of shit that doesn't even deserve life, because you need to give life value that you deserve. So the value that you're not giving to life is the value you don't have. So if you don't have value, you don't even matter. And if you don't matter, then you are just wasting oxygen. Not that's not me saying it. That's the world. If you did matter, then it would show in your reality, and you would reflect that into existence by having a high quality existence. If you have a low quality existence, then there's no reason for you to be existing, because you're not providing high quality into existence. So we have to understand that there's levels to being, there's levels to operating, and there's levels to competence arsenals. Like, if you're not protecting your perception, if you're not being aware of your fucking situation, if you are just a low, inadequate, self-debilitating primate, then we can't help you. But if you are in a low, inadequate, self-debilitating primate, go to my website, buy the self-development regimen. And if you're too broke to do that, we don't need you there. We already got people getting shredded as fuck. We already got people reading up the library, getting smart as fuck, while you stay in the same low-level piece of shit. I got 3 people that's already level. We dropped the website like what, 3-4 days ago. We got 3 more. We got people doing more than you, and it just started. Now, you could be a part of the community, or you could remain that same inferior, low-level piece of shit. Not because I said it, not because I have an inclination or a superior complex. No, it's because your conduit is representing you in the grand scheme of life. And if you're renditioning being a low-level piece of shit, then that's what the fuck we're gonna call you. That's what that's what the fuck you are. If your conduit represents a low-level piece of shit, then that's what the fuck you are. And until you accept that shit and then tell yourself, that's not me, you look in your fucking eyes, you look deep into your soul, and you say never again. And then you make it your mission, instead of your own mission to destroy yourself, you make it your mission to ensure you never remain that low, inadequate piece of shit. And if you really believe that the universe is some fluke, then you're an absolute dumbass, because I'm telling you, before God said let there be light, he dwelt in the dark. And I got that from my mentor. So if you're going through dark times, if you're not really seeing the light in your life, then you need to become the light, you dumb fucking retard. You need to become the light. If you don't have light, you become that shit. It's simple. You either choose to ascend, or you just slowly descend. I mean, are you growing or are you dying? There's no fine line in between.